Welcome back to the best YouTube sports talk show that nobody's ever heard of.
What episode is it?
36.
Really?
Pretty sure we were on 35, I think, last week. 36?
You remember more than I do.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Two dads drink.
Drunk Sports Center.
Drunk Sports Center. Whatever you want to call us. We don't really care. You're lucky we're here tonight. We almost bailed on you guys.
It's Christmas. Come on.
It's Christmas.
Be surprised. Look. I dressed
Johnny's wearing
appropriately.
his Christmas sweater.
I'm
wearing my Cowboys gear. It's all I ever really wear.
I was going to say, does he wear anything different? Have you guys checked the 36 episodes? Is it something different? Maybe.
I wore Bulls,
I think.
Bulls gear one time.
That was during the summer, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
I think so.
Anyways, what's our unofficial sponsor today?
Unofficial sponsor is brought to you by one of my partners. Thank you, Corey, for this beautiful Christmas gift. It is Double Oaked Woodford Reserve.
All right, we got some
It's
expensive
a really
stuff.
nice beer or whiskey. It's
Beer.
actually really good smoked.
Ooh, wow. It's definitely got a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah. You know what I forgot to do?
What's that?
You have your Diet Pepsi there? I forgot my Pepsi and that punishment one that's sitting here. That's not gonna be fun.
Why don't you go grab that real quick? I can actually hit pause. Watch this. Hang on.
Hey, you don't have to pause.
You don't want to pause?
It's a missing act. Disappearing.
Sean is disappearing. He's going to the fridge. I'll talk about our new surroundings. I moved the screen over so we could you could take a look at our new prop, which is the pool table.
Ever pausing.
This is a pool table that converts into a conference room table. One of our fun new things of our new office that we are in.
And the fridge is literally like a minute away.
Until we get to the recording studio, which probably maybe 30 days out.
I don't know. You gotta tell me.
Something like that. We gotta get that built out. So
You guys gotta tell me that one.
we're gonna talk about the news today, Sean. So COVID is crushing the NFL and
Not
just
the
life
NFL
in
and
general.
life in general. Hooey.
I mean, obviously our bets get a little crazier when there's COVID involved. But we're making our bets on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's announced that so many starters are out for each team and this and that. So
Dude, our boy Justin, his family has COVID.
yeah, Justin, his family has COVID. Somebody else, Tony and Gotti just got COVID.
Oh, you got COVID too?
Yeah, he got COVID.
Doesn't stop him from messaging.
No, never gonna stop the Madden chat. So COVID
That
is
gives him more time in the world to play Madden.
COVID is tough. So that's where I'm gonna ask you: do we get a pass on our punishment shot if there was
We said last week no,
a
but I think
major
we should
COVID.
going forward.
if there was a major COVID incident?
We talked about this on the episode last week, and you said no. So it's not going to happen for last week because you said no on the last.
But I say no
episode.
generally. It's not happening this week. We're not doing it at all.
Okay.
Okay, we're taking a risk whether we like it or not.
Okay.
Fuck it.
However, I do get we said this last week, I do get to correct my player if he's out before the game.
Yes. Well, then I could have potentially corrected my bet.
You're the one who said you weren't going to. That was your fault.
Maybe I could at
But
least.
your team technically played. So here's the catch. Your game technically played. My
Well,
player
maybe
did not
in that
play.
scenario, if there's like more than 5 starters out the
What,
COVID,
like 13 for whoever?
it was like 19 for Washington. But if more than 7 players are out with COVID, or if like the quarterback is out, then I should at least be able to take the adjusted line.
What, you don't want to take the Broncos with no quarterback?
No, that's bad. I don't know. We'll figure it out, and we'll just roll with it.
We'll figure it out, but we take punishments. This shit happens.
It's something you and I are totally interested in because my wife is big into Jurassic Park. You're big into Jurassic Park, and I think the idea of Jurassic Park is fucking insane. So I'm always intrigued with this. They found a dinosaur embryo, is I think what they called it, where basically it's a dinosaur egg, and they are able to extract the DNA from the dinosaur and now start creating dinosaurs.
Everything you saw on Jurassic Park is what they have in their hands. So
I mean, we could potentially be 10 years out of like a real world Jurassic Park.
I don't trust people
Just smart.
with that power.
I don't think it's so
I don't
smart.
trust people with that power. That's
Listen,
too much power.
dinosaurs are bigger, stronger, and faster than us. We probably should not recreate them.
They were off this earth when we got on the earth for a reason.
Right. We would not have survived the Earth if there was dinosaurs, right?
No.
At least if there's not like if there's like a Jurassic or a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something, we would not have survived the year.
By the way, Sean is looking at the screen because he can't figure out where the actual camera is.
Camera's down here on the pool table.
Oh, there it is. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was
figure I
looking
get
on
the view of the green. Yeah.
I was looking at the screen and I'm like, wait, what the hell is this?
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Okay. So that's interesting. I think we're both against the idea of a real world Jurassic Park,
Would it be
But
cool to see a dinosaur? Yes.
but I do think it's going to happen.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past
In the
anything.
next 20 years, I believe we're going to
Dude,
see
we just
real,
dealt with
real
COVID.
dinosaurs.
We're dealing with Uncle Vid right now. We never thought that would ever be a thing.
Uncle Biddy.
Yeah, we never thought that would be a thing. And here he is every day of the week.
Okay, last thing we're going to talk about is the Pro Bowl rosters were announced. You did not get to see
man.
them, so I'm going to quickly read them off to you, and I want you to point out what you are
Should
surprised
I start
about.
drinking this by now?
NFC quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray.
Nah.
Running back Dalvin Cook, James Conner, Alvin Kamara.
James Conner, I get the touchdowns, but
Wide receiver Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Deebo Samuel. Tight ends George Kittle, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts making it.
George Kittle, that's just fan vote because he hasn't really done much this season. He's been injured a lot.
I'm going to skip past the offensive line. There's two Cowboys on the offensive
okay.
line, but I'm going to skip past that anyways. Defense, Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, Chandler Jones, Robert Quinn, Shaquille Barrett, Trayvon Diggs, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, Marshawn Lattimore, Quandre Diggs of the Seattle Seahawks. There's two Diggs on defense there. And you know what I'm not actually seeing here anywhere? I'm not seeing my boy Michael Parsons.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Parsons.
That's actually who I was going to point out.
I'm pretty sure he made it, so I don't know if this list is not.
I'm going to say you definitely didn't say his name.
Yeah, the Cowboys punter made it too. But so, anyways, that was the NFC. The AFC list. Let's see if we can find anything surprising here. Herbert, Mahomes, Jackson. Nothing surprising right there. I mean, Jackson's a little
bit
surprising.
shaky.
I would have rather had somebody else than
But
Jackson.
who? That's the catch. When you stop and think about it, but who? Joe Burrow?
I'd Burrow. Yeah, I'd rather have Burrow than Jackson. I'd probably rather have Mac Jones.
That's
Max
close.
had a good year.
That's
Although he
close
did have
enough.
one game where he had 3 passes. So I guess
That's not his fault. He went 3 for 4.
it's
Or
true.
was he 3 for 3 actually?
Running back, no surprise here. Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon.
Okay.
Receiver, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase as a rookie.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Tight end, Andrews and Kelsey.
Okay.
I think it's weird that Andrews is starting tight end over Kelsey. It's a little weird. Slater, Orlando Brown. Oh, that's awesome.
Remember, a little bit this goes in the fan vote too. So
Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Joey Bosa, Darius Leonard, JC Jackson, Xavier Howard, Denzel Ward, and Kenny Moore. Kevin Byard of the Tennessee Titans is a strong safety. Any surprises there?
yeah, a little bit of Minka.
I this list has to be wrong. It was from NFL.com, but Micah had to make the Pro Bowl, right? I'm pulling up the Cowboys app. Yes, it says right here Micah's on the Pro Bowl. So Anger, Micah,
let's see here.
Tyron, Diggs. So they must have just like forgotten he was on the list. I mean, he's like potentially defensive player of the year. They're saying he could be the only rookie since what's his name?
Cam Hayward and TJ Watt are the only Steelers. So yes, what's his name did not make it. Minka Fitzpatrick. However, you say defensive player of the year, like TJ Watt does not have 17 sacks, 2.5 games injured, and he's on pace to break the all-time record.
I mean, I would. The defensive player of the year is the most valuable player to their defense.
You think
I would
TJ's not that?
I would make the argument that Micah's more important to
What
the
about
Cowboys.
Diggs? Your boy Diggs. What about your boy Diggs?
Diggs is up there too, man.
Okay, so then why not
God.
TJ? Because you're telling me TJ is not the most important part of the whole team for the Steelers?
Diggs 10 interceptions. 10.
Watt 17 sacks. The record's 22. He's missed 2.5 games.
Yeah. Don't get injured, bro.
He still may hit it anyways with 3 games
I mean,
going.
Micah's like at 13 sacks and he's a rookie. and he's a linebacker. He's not even an outside.
Oh, Watt's a linebacker.
Yeah, but
too.
he's like a defensive. He's a 3-4.
Your guy's been playing the
linebacker.
outside.
He's played outside.
He's played
like
the
6
end.
games,
He's
yeah.
played the outside.
He's
Yeah,
played
he's
everything.
played everything.
He's
Yeah.
played literally everything. On
Oh.
Sunday, he literally had a play where I've never seen a rookie. I've never seen most NFL players react. The Giants ran a pick play, right?
Mhm.
And Micah analyzed the pick play and then ran out and caught up to Galladay, who's a pretty fast receiver, and broke up a touchdown. I was like, this guy's unreal. But anyways, tons of action for defensive player of the year. So really no huge surprises, right, for the Pro Bowl?
No, nothing that
No
really
change.
stands out.
I
Except
mean,
for you, there was a running back that you didn't say.
I'm honestly surprised that they're gonna have a Pro Bowl with COVID.
I'm surprised they have it anyways. Nobody
Yeah, it's really just a
cares.
waste of time. I think what ruined it was when Goodell moved it to before the Super Bowl.
people don't want to watch it. People
It
don't
was
want to get
better
playing
when it
it.
was after the Super Bowl because it was like this is the last football we're gonna see.
Yeah. People
for
still didn't watch it. Still never had
I
ratings.
watched it, but
I'm sure you did, but nobody else did.
I bet on it. I don't know why. I still bet on
Cord-
it.
The one name missing on the NFC side is Cordell Patterson, the running back for
Yeah, he was not
Atlanta.
on there. The other weird thing is Debo Samuel is in there as a receiver, but he's actually played more running back this year than receiver.
He's just the number one receiver in San Fran still.
Yeah, but he's played more running back.
I get he's playing all ends, but
He's like
technically-
Micah on offense. He's playing
I'm
everything.
gonna say he's technically the number one receiver though.
He's awesome. I would
Yeah.
love to have him on the Cowboys. someday.
Once again, wasn't predicted before the season, other than Laura. There you go, All Jack.
I mean, I
and
have him in
Cooper
my
Kupp.
fantasy league. Yeah, she had both. of them.
Debo, Cooper, and Jonathan Taylor. Right?
She's having a good year.
Right.
I gotta stop helping her draft. Man,
I did stop helping her draft, and you kept helping her. So
I'm done. Jack, this is your warning. I am done helping you draft. You're on your own from now on, especially if you win the championship this year, which she probably will at this point.
if you look at those three
God,
that we
can
just
you
said,
imagine giving Jack the belt? We're never gonna hear the end of it.
she said she wants to come on the show if she gets the belt. So I told her I'd align Jake and her on the same show.
We're never gonna hear the fucking end of it.
No,
If she gets the belt,
no.
it's gonna be worse than you, me, Jake combined. It's gonna be bad. All right, you got a timer for us, Sean? We got our 60-second round.
I don't care.
We'll talk about our team first.
You know how often we care about the timer.
Yeah, we're still good to have.
If you say so. We want rock music. What do we want?
I don't know, whatever. Pick something. Yo-ho, right there. Pirate's Life for me.
Oh, geez,
Let's do that.
that works.
All right, start us up.
Ready, set, go.
So the Detroit Lions fucked every better in the National Football League this weekend by upsetting the Arizona Cardinals.
Motor City.
Motor City.
Hold on, is this your
Damn.
conversation?
No, this is our joint
Oh, we
conversation.
got to cancel it because I said it was 1 minute. Our joint's supposed to be 5.
No, it's not. Our 5-minute topic's down here. We get 60 seconds.
What the
We've been in
fuck
this
is going
format for
on?
like
Let's
3
go.
weeks.
Just clock.
Oh my goodness. So, anyways, they fucked me. They fuck you at all?
No,
You didn't have the
I
Cardinals?
didn't.
or anything?
I didn't get a chance to bet this week.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I had the Cardinals
Luckily
tied.
enough, because there was a lot of shitty stuff this week.
It actually wasn't. It was a pretty. I called just about everything this week, with the exception to the Cardinals, and I had the Cardinals tied into 3 different bets. So I had a break even week essentially because I did hit some other stuff. You know what? I had another one. I'll talk about it later.
By
But
the way, just to point this out, the Lions aren't the number 1 pick anymore.
yeah,
They're 2 wins and a tie.
and I don't think they're going to be.
They're not the number 1 team pick anymore.
I don't think they're going to be. I don't think there's any chance that like the other like you got the well, not even the Jets, it's the Jaguars.
It's the
right now.
Jags. Which Urban Meyer, bye dummy.
Yeah, what happened to Urban? We could have talked about that in the news.
It actually happened right after we left the show last
It
week.
did. It happened like that's why I forgot about it.
He kicked his kicker.
Anyways, congratulations, Detroit Lions.
Yo ho, Pirates life for me.
Good old Detroit Lions.
Motor City Dan.
You're up, buddy. What you? I had you first actually, but I skipped it because of the Lions winning.
What the fuck do I even want to talk about? Hey, you go first.
Pitt. You want
Oh,
to talk about
that's right.
Pitt?
Thank you for reminding me. Ready?
Yep.
So, Kenny Pickett decided not to play in the bowl game, which I actually agree with because if you're not in the playoffs, it doesn't make a difference. These bowl games, there's so many of them, they don't make a difference. So I'm okay with him not playing in the bowl game because I understand draft stock and we all remember the Willis McGahee story.
I disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want, but this is my minute.
Okay.
That being said, Pitt decided to go and get another big boy quarterback, Kendon Slovis out of USC. He entered the draft portal. His girlfriend actually is a soccer player at Pitt. And he actually just signed his nil contract with American Eagle, which is right on the south side shore, the south side plaza. So welcome to Pitt. And you also got to keep the offensive line last year that protected Kenny Pickett to protect you. So I am looking forward to Pitt next year, either staying the same as this year or maybe even better. They probably should have bigger projections since they won the ACC this year and their line's 1 year older.
Good old Pitt.
Hey,
They're coming back.
That quarterback has 2 more years left in him. Coming from USC, geez, when would you ever expect Pitt to get a quarterback from USC?
I wouldn't, but USC does have a lot of talent, so I'm sure the kid's just trying.
The guy was a starter. He threw 3,900 as a freshman.
Maybe he doesn't like their new coach.
Oh no, that's what they're saying. He doesn't fit in with the way that it's going to be running.
Yeah.
And he's more of a pro style, and he runs more of a shotgun kind of air raid kind of system.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to be there for that. He would rather come to Pitt with his girlfriend.
I don't blame him there.
No, I don't blame him. Cross country, he goes to the West Coast. She's there in Pitt.
He'll probably leave her when he gets drafted.
I kind of wonder how that happened. I don't know where she's from or anything, but
I don't know.
You're on opposite ends of the coast.
We're in the internet world these days, buddy.
Yeah, but these are like college athletes.
Who knows?
I'm sure they don't need any help. So
probably not.
All right, your turn. Go.
I gotta talk about my Cowboys. They're number 2.
Are you gonna jump and knock everything over?
They're number 2 in the NFC right now, and they're literally, if going into the season, we would have all said the Cowboys are an offensive football team, and they're not. Their offense sucks donkey dick lately, and their defense is winning football games. Their defense is playing lights out. Micah's lights out. Diggs is lights out. The whole team's playing great. They're healthy now. Oh God, and they're really playing good football. And the cool thing is that the media, like the local Dallas media, is going after this offense, like asking Zeke, asking Dak. They're pissing them off because Dak's like, just watch. We're gonna fix this, And Zeke's like, bet against me, like just do it. So like, if the offense can get their mojo back, this team is gonna be a force to be reckoned with in the NFC. And having the number 2 seed, I actually like that better than having the number 1 seed if we can finish number 2, because then you play the worst wild card team. You don't have to take a break and worry about getting rusty, and then you go in and face. You got to face the worst team in the next round, because the second worst team in the next round. You don't have to face the Packers until you have to face the Packers. You know what I mean? I'll take the second seed. I would rather have the first seed just for the fact that if we do make a run.
You want to avoid the Packers, don't you?
And more than the Pack, like we're probably going to have to play the Packers if we're going to win a Super Bowl. However, I would rather play the Packers in Dallas in warm weather on a nice field,
right?
Versus going up
Lambeau.
There's no better cold weather quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
But everybody's gonna probably have to play Green Bay in Green Bay unless you get to the Super Bowl.
We're gonna have to go up and beat them at cold weather football. It's gonna be it. Anyways, super pumped about my Cowboys, and it's for the total different reason than what I thought it would be. So I had to say that. We got our punishment. So you chose a running back who got like 3 touches?
Yeah, 3 touches for 8 yards.
Royce Freeman. I was laughing because I was like, oh man, the fucking Texans killed it.
He had 1 point, he had 1 reception. That's why.
And then I didn't watch the game. I wasn't paying attention to it. But then
I thought the same thing. I didn't watch it either.
I saw it afterwards, and I was like, oh, Royce Freeman probably went nuts. And I pulled it up. And it was like, I
don't even know who they used to run the ball. I didn't even know who they used in that game.
Oh, I don't even remember. But Royce Freeman was down the list.
Yep, he was.
Yeah.
Go figure. The week before, he did 77 yards.
I know.
Whatever.
And then I chose the Washington football team to cover the 7 points against the Eagles.
Correct.
Which, by the way, they covered it through most of the game. The Eagles got the field goal at the end, make it 10 points. I would have at least pushed on the game. Garrett Gilbert, former Cowboy, driving down the field. He played against the Steelers last year. You remember him? Driving them down the field for the what I needed, which was any kind of a score would have helped me. and he got sacked on 4th down and 8 or whatever it was. So we have a punishment shot, and what we do when we both lose is we split the punishment shot. So instead of one of
not
us
as
taking
bad.
2 shots, we each take 1 shot. And for some reason, every bad shot we have has old in front of it. So this is Old Crow.
Old Crow.
What was the other one? Old Grandpa or
Old Grandpa.
Old Granddad?
That's it, right there.
Yeah,
I'm
Old
trying to forget
Granddad.
it. I'm trying to forget it.
Man, this
One
might
is
be
by
worse.
James Crow.
This
Old
might be
Crow by
worse.
James Crow.
80 proof. It's Kentucky
What do we
bourbon
got?
whiskey though.
The original sour mash Kentucky straight bourbon
I
whiskey.
usually like Kentucky. bourbon.
40% alcohol volume, 80 proof.
I usually like Kentucky bourbon.
This is one of the originals from 1835.
You want to know the unique thing? So I said I'm going to do 4 days of keto before Christmas, right before Christmas Eve and
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay.
Which by the way is going great.
I
Been
didn't know
two-
you were doing that.
2 days in, I'm down like 5.5 pounds,
Okay.
and whiskey is 0 points on keto because there's
What
no
made you
carbs.
look into keto?
So I I was doing Weight Watchers, right? And Weight Watchers pissed me off. They switched my plan on me and wouldn't let me switch back. So I started doing research, and that app your wife told me about, it's now under a different name now. It's called Healthy with an I at the end. It has like a Weight Watchers clone essentially, which I was like, yeah, right. And then I put in my info, and it literally gave me the exact same points I used to have in my old plans. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is legit. But they actually have multiple different types of plans.
Okay.
And it's $30 for the whole year versus $20 a month, right? So that's good. And one of their plans was keto, and I was like, oh, I've been wanting to kind of try keto, so I'll do keto. Don't get me wrong, it's tough. It's tough to find something without carbs. This is what you're doing. You're trying to stick to 50 grams of carbs in one day, but there's no carbs in whiskey. So let's drink up, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is not as bad as the Granddad.
No,
It's still bad.
it's in the nose. Oh, fuck.
It has a nasty aftertaste.
I know it's don't like that one in the nose.
Mine didn't go in the nose.
Oh, man.
You must have swallowed it weird. Anyways, not as bad. I think we did need a new punishment. That's not bad. That's not a punishment.
Sure.
I think we gotta do it, man. We gotta do what we've been talking about. We're gonna have to get a bottle of wild turkey. That is gonna be the new punishment shot.
I don't know if we can do 2 shots of that. If you have to. I don't know if that
It'll make for entertaining television.
I
That's
don't know
for
if that will
sure.
actually.
I have my only chest hair because of wild turkey. I'm not a hairy person, but wild turkey gave me a chest hair. All right, punishment is over. Thank God. Moving forward, we have our bets for the week.
You gonna start?
I
I
can
started
start.
last week, so.
Yeah, I'll start. I think I'm like running like 500 this year. I lose one, I win one, I lose one.
You haven't won in 3 weeks.
What are you talking about?
You didn't win this week. You didn't win last week. You did double shot last week. You did the double shot the week before because you didn't win the week before.
Okay,
You haven't won in 3 weeks.
whatever. I'm gonna go back to one of my oldies but goodies. You know, I like to bet on good teams with at least average or better coaching coming off bad weeks.
You
right?
say it every week and it doesn't work out for you. Every week you say the same thing.
I did not say that with Washington. I just said
Uh,
NFC East games are usually 3-pointers, except for when the Cowboys are involved. So, anyways, I like betting on good teams coming off bad weeks, and I'm 100% sure that 97% sure that the Buffalo Bills will cover the 2.5 points
Who are they playing?
against the Patriots.
Okay.
I think they're going to win that straight out, but I'm taking the 2.5 points. I'm not going to be stupid like I
Against
was
the
with the Bengals.
Patriots.
It is the Patriots.
Oh man, they just had an off week against the Colts, but they've been so good. That okay. Other than this past week, they've been so
I also
good.
like the competitive divisions. I think they usually split, so we're gonna go with the split.
So I typically don't take a gimme pick, but I'm taking a gimme pick this week. And I'm going with Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup against the
What's his
Vikings,
skin?
which is 25 points. It's Cooper Cup against Minnesota Vikings, which is the 2nd worst pass defense in the NFL.
Listen, I'm gonna stick to what I told Laura Jack, which is Cooper Cup is there's nothing flashy about Cooper Cup.
Doesn't matter.
There's nothing
He makes
good.
plays. He's the wide receiver 1 this year.
He's like Wes Welker in a like slightly taller shell.
Once again, he's the wide receiver one this year. He's
I
been
don't care.
blowing out all teams. You don't have to like him.
It's the same thing as like when Jason Witten led the NFL for tight ends year after year. It's because he has a bond with his quarterback, and he gets 60 targets a game, and he catches 8 of them.
I don't care. All I care about is how many fantasy
No,
points he puts up.
this is just my beef right now,
Yeah.
and it's gonna bite the St. Louis. I'm sorry, the LA Rams.
St. Louis Rams.
It's gonna bite the Rams when they get in the playoffs because playoff football is different, right?
Okay, you still have Robert Woods, and you still have
No, Woods is out for the year.
Okay, so you still have Beckham Jr. now.
No, they're like his
OBJ.
quarterback forces that ball, and he's gonna get. He actually got bit against the Seahawks and almost cost him the game, forcing it in the Cooper Cup, and it's gonna bite him hard against these good teams in the playoffs.
We'll see.
I'm just saying, it bit the Cowboys hard over and over again when Romo would just keep forcing the ball to win.
Hey, I wasn't sold on Cooper Cup at the beginning of the year either, but eventually you have to buy in
He's
on what's
mediocre.
happening.
He's nowhere near as talented as Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, some of these other like young hotshot receivers, but he's gonna get all the credit because he's getting 1,800 targets a game. Like,
Now I want to look up what his targets are.
dude, he has 120 catches. We're not even done with the season.
I get that, but I want to know how many targets he has.
He's got to have 180 targets. You can look it up all you want, but he's got to have 180 targets. Cooper Kupp is, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying that he's like a mediocre receiver
You just sound angry.
who has a good relationship with his quarterback. It's like Calvin Johnson used to just get every single target from Stafford. Stafford's doing the same thing with Cooper Kupp. Only Calvin Johnson was way more talented than Cooper Kupp. Way more talented.
So Cooper Cup on average is at 12 targets a game.
Right. No other receiver gets 12 targets a game.
That's including one low game where he was at 9. That's his low for the season.
What's his high?
His high is 15.
Okay. So we're what, 16 weeks through the season, right? So
15. We're going into 16.
that's right. We're going in. No, 16.
No, we're going into 16. 16,
Well,
17, 18.
You're right. We have 3 games left. So I'm going to guess he's got 155 targets.
I'm doing the math. I'm trying to do
It doesn't add it up.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I thought it does at
It
the
does at the
bottom.
bottom, 164.
164 targets. And we're not even at the end of the year.
Look at last year, 124. The year before, 134. Those were his 2 highs. He's literally 40 more.
It's because
with
Matt
3 games
Stafford
left.
like has a hard on for the guy. He just throws it at him no matter what. Like, oh,
That's because he brought him breakfast the first game.
you know it's got to be like pissing Odell off right now. That, like
Probably, but Odell's the late bloomer on that team, just like he has been since
Like-
the Giants.
Cooper Kupp is not the most talented receiver on his team, and Odell's getting like 1 target a game right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, but Odell, what has he done? What has he done in years?
He's still more talented. You got to. There's no way you can argue.
I think athletically he's more talented, but as a receiver, he hasn't done anything. I would have given it to Robert. Don't get me wrong, I'm sold on Robert Woods on that team. But
Yeah, no doubt.
so like Odell, since he's got into LA, he's been there for 5 weeks. Week 1, he had 3 targets, but he was only there for like 2 days at that point. He made 2 receptions for 18 yards. The week 2, he was 10 targets. He made 5 catches for 81. Then the following 5 for 2, 7, 6, 3, 1.
Yeah,
Literally against Seattle, he had 3 targets
that's crazy.
with 1 reception for 7 yards.
And I was watching that game. Cooper Kupp literally was like on it. It's like throw the cup, incomplete. Throw the cup, complete. Throw the cup, complete. Throw the cup, incomplete. It's like, damn, like throw to somebody else.
The week prior against Arizona, where they won by that touchdown at the end of the game, he had 7 targets. He had 6 receptions for 77 yards and a touchdown.
Listen, here's the great thing. If the Cowboys have to play the Rams in the playoff, hey Diggs, go cover Cup. That's all you gotta do. Just put Diggs on Cup the whole game. It's over. It's over. Like they're not gonna be able to do anything.
So the week that Odell had 3 targets, Cup had 13.
Unreal. All right. Well, enough about Cooper Kupp and his obnoxious beard and everything. I'm just not a Cooper Kupp. I'm not going to be a Cooper Kupp fan. I never will be. I don't have him on any of my fantasy teams, which is hurting me this year. I do have Debo on one of my teams. All right, we're going to the 5-minute topic. You want to get us on a timer?
I want to change the song. I don't know if I have a good song for it though.
It's got to be something for the holiday. There we go.
Ready?
Yep.
Set. Go.
We are 3 days from Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas Eve is Friday. Yep.
Yep.
3 days from Christmas.
Yep.
What is your favorite Christmas tradition, John?
My sweater.
Okay.
It's my new tradition. So.
In my family, my family really never had any Christmas traditions. So that's something that like was bigger on Cassie's side of stuff. So like when I got kind of part of her family, I started doing her traditions, right? And one of the things that we do every year is that we get to open one gift Christmas Eve. And it's usually like the crappiest gift under the tree, right? So like the funniest thing is when I proposed to Cassie was on Christmas Eve, and it's because of this tradition. I got like underwear, and then I proposed and she got a diamond ring. Right? So that's my favorite tradition, is that the one gift. It kind of just gets your excitement going. We do it right before bedtime, and then the kids like wake up all pumped up. Unfortunately, I don't get to sleep in on Christmas. They usually don't let me.
No, we don't get to.
That's my favorite tradition.
Realistically, my Christmas is set in stone. Christmas Eve is at my family's house in the evening. We go over there for dinner, open gifts, things like that. Following morning, my family has a tendency to come over in the morning and see the kids open up their gifts. And then we go to Sam's family in the evening for their family party.
Well, that was my next question. What are you doing? So you just kind of told us what you're doing. So isn't there like, there's a family party that usually goes pretty late?
That was already happened. That happened this past weekend.
So they started moving that the prior
A week prior. So.
Okay. And then, so this week, so Christmas Eve, you're going to your
My
parents'
family.
house, and then Christmas Day, you're going to her
Her
family's
family's
house.
house, correct.
Gotcha.
It's also a chapel.
We are going to my mom's house Christmas Eve.
All right.
Who's an avid listener of the show?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom, love you.
Hi.
We're gonna go to her house Christmas Eve. We're gonna take her dinner. I think we're gonna do Mission Barbecue. So one of our favorite little joints. We're gonna pick it up and go out there.
I
And
picked up a whole thing of filet for Christmas Eve.
nice. And then Christmas Day, we are just gonna stay at home all day, open our gifts, do whatever. I'll probably watch a little football because there's football on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And then we're gonna do what our recent trip, the last I think 2 years we've done Italian food on Christmas, and we're gonna stick with that. So
All right.
we're gonna do some Italian food for dinner, and so my keto is going out the window for Christmas Day.
That's why people don't start diets until New Year's.
What'd you get your kids for Christmas? We're
So
we're
much
big
stuff.
about our kids on the
So
show.
much stuff.
Hey, what's the big gift? Everybody's got a big gift.
Well, you've already heard about the Switch.
Well, they haven't heard.
Well, they haven't heard. But who are they? Laura, your wife, your mom, and maybe my wife. My wife's definitely
Some
heard.
other
Your wife's
random-
definitely heard.
Some other random YouTubers.
So we definitely got the Switch for the kids.
LaRue, maybe.
Who?
LaRue.
Oh, that's true. LaRue there.
You've only heard probably 35 times from him tonight in the match.
That's actually, I don't know if he's been in there, but
He has. He's been
Oh,
in
okay.
a couple times. Not as much as Tony and Dave.
yeah, definitely. If he's in there, I haven't seen
I
him.
ruffled some feathers in the match. So it's going crazy tonight.
Nonetheless, I mean, we got the Switch for them.
Yeah.
I
So
know
that's
I-
a joint Ollie.
That's really a family gift almost.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have to. Me and Sam are gonna have to play to teach them and get them going with it. However, I'll bring up tonight. I was at Costco beforehand, which is what kind of stretched my night going. And you walk around Costco. I ended up picking up gifts for the kids, 2 more, just to add on to whatever else already. So I ended up getting them an animatronic baby Yoda. And then also for Ollie, there was a set of Spider-Mans and race cars.
Nice.
Ollie likes cars, he likes Spider-Man.
My Christmas
This-
tree is filled up to like middle. Bram, I told my wife we gotta stop going so nuts on Christmas because it's just crazy. But then again, like, I don't know, we work hard to spoil our
Yeah.
peeps, right?
That's part of it.
Part of it. So, and not all of it's for the kids, some of it's for my wife and
Mhm.
I. Big gifts, so Roman's tablet died.
No.
Not from something he did, just died.
Just died. Yeah.
And for about a month ago, and it was already dying. So we got him a new tablet, and he's been like, "Daddy, will you please fix my tablet?" Like every day of his life for the last 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm trying, bud. I'm trying." And then he's gonna open up his tablet. And here's the scary one. My daughter is getting a phone. She's 10, about to turn 11. All of her friends have it. Even worse, all of her friends call either my wife or I for talk to Olivia. She is getting her own phone. So it starts.
That's a starting point.
Yep, it begins.
When do you see a voice name in that phone?
I'm not ready for it.
Are you gonna be spying on the text messages?
I'm not ready for it. I'll have to snuggle my Dak Prescott bobblehead. He'll make you feel better.
You gonna be checking the messages out?
I have a parental application that will let me know what she's doing all the time. It's pretty cool. They let you completely. Yes, they let you completely spy on your kids. Like I'm with Verizon now. Verizon has no problem completely letting me spy on my kids, and I'm 100% cool with it. Like I can check her GPS to see where she's at.
Yeah.
I can check who she's talking to. I can check what she's talking about. There is no privacy if you are under 18 years old. It is not like when you and I grew up. There's no privacy. I'm gonna guess that, like, that's probably why Snapchat is so popular, right? Because that's the privacy. Like, oh, they were on Snapchat, but I'm sure they can't tell what they said on Snapchat, and they can't tell if they sent pictures back and forth or whatever else.
Right.
But yeah, my daughter getting a phone. It's that time of the episode, buddy. We're gonna talk Kids Corner.
Man, didn't we just talk Kids Corner basically?
No, we're talking a whole nother Kids Corner.
All right.
You want me to go first?
It don't matter.
I'll go first. I think you went first last time. I'll go first this time. So this kind of is in the same realm of conversation. So I talk a lot about Roman. He's the easy one because he's always giving me content to talk about, right? I don't talk enough about my daughter. And she is a great kid.
What if she listens to the show and realizes, why don't my dad talk about me?
I don't think she listens to the show.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Lord
I
have
hope
mercy.
since there's parental content on it.
Lord help me if she does. But anyways, I don't talk about Olivia enough. She's a great kid. I love her to death. My daughter's going through puberty. And let me tell you, it's awkward. Okay.
Yeah.
It's awkward that we were at your house the one day, right, for the Santa Claus thing, and I gave her a hug for some reason or whatever throughout the day, and I could smell her BO a little bit, and I was just like, "You got to go put some deodorant on, girl." And we're trying to get her putting deodorant on every day, showering every day, like that. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. And then of course she got the little boobies going on, and it's an extremely awkward moment to be a father. And I almost wish it was flip-flop. I wish that Roman was the older one in this moment, because it's a little easier with the boys, right? You just say, "Hey, look, here's some lotion, go have fun." I mean, what else is there for a voice going through puberty? Oh, your voice is going to squeak a little bit, then it's going to get deep. Here's some lotion, go have fun. Here's some paper towels or napkins or your Kleenexes, right? But with girls, it's like, go
talk to mom.
Yeah, you're gonna have a special time of the month. You're gonna have, now this BO stuff's going on. You got little boobies growing. You got, it's too much, man. I'm overwhelmed. As a father, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do.
I don't have a girl, so I don't know what to tell you. I can't give you advice.
Just get ready for your whack-off conversation. That's all you have to worry about. And Dave, who sometimes occasionally listens to the show, I get his, because he's been through this before me. His daughter is older, and then his son just went through puberty. My favorite puberty conversation with him was, he was telling me that when his son, when he had to talk with his son, and then he's like, "Look, any questions you ever have, you can always come to me." And then the next day, his son came to him and was like, "Hey, Dad, how do you masturbate? How do you do it?" And he's like, "Son, you're gonna have to figure that one out on your own. Here's some lotion. Go have fun." I mean, that's a way easier conversation.
Son, go look on your phone at Pornhub.com, and
could you imagine if you were like an 11-year-old girl and You just wake up one morning and there's blood everywhere. Like that would
Oh,
be one of the most devastating moments of your life.
come on, we've all watched the Carrie movie.
My daughter hasn't.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just saying. Never thought. You know what makes you feel better?
What?
Something that smells like a Cowboys win.
He is so obsessed right now with anything Cowboys.
We're number 2 seed in the NFC.
That's good for you.
It's coming.
Congratulations.
The playoffs, we're coming.
And then you're gonna cry.
Your Steelers are going to
eventually.
make the playoffs. I'm pretty confident in that.
Maybe.
They're looking good.
They're gonna be 8-1.
No, I think
They got
they're
the Chiefs, Ravens, and the Browns. That's their last 3 games.
So they'll beat the Browns.
They need one
That's
win
8.
to get 8.
They'll beat the Browns.
Okay, so you still have to beat the Chiefs or the Ravens again, which we beat the Ravens once this year.
Would it surprise you that they beat the Chiefs? It wouldn't surprise me.
Depending on the injuries, it would surprise me. Our defense hasn't looked great other than sacking the quarterback, and our offense barely moved the ball.
I feel like the Steelers play up to their competition and they play down their competition. So like,
Once again,
I'm cool with it.
we'll see. They're
We'll see.
they're to me. I wouldn't be shocked if they win 9. I wouldn't be shocked if they. I would be really expecting.
If they beat the
8s.
Browns and the Ravens, they could win the division.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Still have to win. Still have to hope the Bengals lose some of those games.
Yeah. Joey Burrow. Man. You know, I
So-
didn't keep him in one of my leagues.
Not- Sorry.
I kept Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, and now I kind of wish I would have kept Joey Burrow.
Russell Wilson's dropped off this year after injury.
I mean, Kyler Murray's dropped off after his injury too. So, yeah.
Oh well.
All right, you're up. Kids Corner, buddy.
All right. So I'm actually going to use right now tonight, where I almost didn't come tonight, guys. You almost didn't get this Christmas episode.
It was literally like we talked earlier. Yes, we're going to record tonight, and then at let me see, I'll read it off at. Oh, you called me. That's right. You called me.
How are you?
Yeah, you called me at 7:30.
Okay.
Which we recorded right around 9.
Yeah.
And you said, hey, I'm going to be a little late or maybe not at all. And then we texted back and forth at 8. And then, like, I didn't know we were going until 8:23.
Yep. And then still, even at 8:23, when I said I was going to be there, meet you at 9:30. At that point, I was okay. I'm getting ready. I'm leaving the house. I'm getting going. My son Ollie is still awake because it's Christmas week time, and they were at the other family. And long story short, he was still awake. However, never expected this. I mean, Grayson has his moments where he's daddy's boy. However, Ollie used to have moments, hasn't recently, but as soon as daddy was about to leave the house, he started to freak out. Daddy, no go with Uncle E. No, daddy, stay home. And if you ever seen my son's eyes, you have, he has these big blue eyes that when he wants something turn into like big doe eyes. And he has that little voice that you heard, and it's like, and it just saps you in. So I almost called you back afterwards and said, I'm trying, but literally this guy's like jumping on me, cuddling me, he's telling me he don't want daddy to leave. Nonetheless, it's those moments where your kids they have your heart. They can pull your strings whenever they feel like it. And he was doing that to me tonight.
Well, cherish it because at some point they're not going to really care what you're doing.
Well, that's the only reason I almost didn't come, because I was taking the moment to look at it and like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think my kids want me home, but like if I'm
But
going,
they're old enough to kind
if
of
I'm going out with Shawnee or if I'm going out with Laura, I'm going out wherever, they don't care. It's like, okay, Daddy, love you.
like Grayson. The only thing Grayson said, he gave me a hug, said, "I miss you, Daddy," and asked me when I come home to come into his bed and kind of cuddle with him because he likes to cuddle. And I told him, yeah, when I get home, I'll come in and I'll give you a little hug before I go lay down. But that was it. He was like, okay, see you later, talk to you later, but Daddy. But Ollie, no, Daddy, no, Daddy, no, Uncle E, Daddy.
So over under 6:30 in the morning that we'll be woken up on Christmas.
Oh, my kids wake up at 6 a.m. typically.
Yeah, screw that. See, usually my kids are up around 7 on Christmas, and then like, sometimes they wake up a little earlier, but then like I just like go away. You can give me like another 30. That's the cool thing when they're older. You can say like, go play for like 30 minutes.
Over under, I could fit all my kids' toys in the back of my new truck on Christmas Eve.
Oh, it's over being not fit.
Correct.
Yeah, over.
Yeah.
over for sure. Because I mean, now you have all the stuff you guys bought, but then you have all the grandparent stuff.
Well, that our stuff's not going to be there. It's just grand.
That's true, but yeah, probably over. So, you excited about getting a new truck? Sean's getting a new truck tomorrow.
Yeah, after my life-defying incident at the beginning of the month, I am finally getting my own vehicle again and not running off everybody else's
I
vehicles.
believe that was episode 34 we talked about. Or was it 35?
That was December, like literally the first week of December.
Yeah, we skipped the week somewhere.
Did we? I thought that was November. We skipped.
I don't know. Who knows? We don't
I
care.
know we've been on par for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we don't care anymore. Until you guys show your support, we don't care anymore.
By
Right?
the way, Sam is the reason I'm here, just so you know
Oh, yeah?
that. Because she wanted me to stay home, but then she's like, I feel bad because I'm the reason you cancel when you don't go. And Ian doesn't really cancel on you ever. So I'm like, well, then I'm going.
Yeah, I really don't care. I mean, what else am I going to do? The only thing I got is I got to wake up for basketball tomorrow morning.
Yeah. See, my wife knows that if she wants me to cancel, I'll stay home. So that is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
my wife really cares. She's like, yeah, if you leave, I get to watch horror movies and do whatever I want. And like, if I stay home, then she might watch something different or whatever.
Yeah,
So-
see, my wife, she'll be the first one to say, I don't like when you leave. Okay. So, but then
Well,
she has girls like tomorrow night. And
Woodford Reserve, is that what we're drinking?
Woodford, Double Oak Woodford Reserve. I say the double oak because that makes a difference.
Hmm.
Really does, especially when you get the smell of it.
Cheers, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love
Merry
you,
Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas to all.
And F you.
Fuck off. Love you, buddy. We don't say love you enough in this world.
Love you.
Love you. Deuces.
Deuces.